Good evening. I'm Ananda Kumar, Faculty of English and Soft Skills Trainer, working in St. Peter's Engineering College, Hyderabad. I'm very happy to welcome you all to my video lecture. And today our topic is improving one's writing. It's a wonderful, nice topic. We come to a conclusion about the topic like improving one's writing, and moreover we come to understand what is the contextual meaning of the topic also. So we people are always willing to improve our writing. So for that, what are all the remedial measures or the strategy or the rules and regulations should be obtained by us in order to prove ourselves like an efficient or like effective writer in a dignified way. So such things we have to be discussed. Before going to see this topic elaborately, I would like to ink some information about writing. Writing, which takes the last position in the LSRW. As you all know that L means listening, S means speaking, R means reading, and W means writing. So one who wants to write well before he has to listen well, he has to speak well, and he has to read well. Finally, he has to write well. So writing is an art, and a reader comes to the conclusion about the author whether he is an effective writer or not through his or her writing. I mean the piece of work. It may be like a masterpiece, or it may be like an ordinary work. So that has to be concluded or decided or evaluated by the reader through the writing process. So we have to give a prominent what we can say a prominent importance to the writing segment, and even it is playing a vital role in the learning process. There is no doubt. So if you want to justify or assess about one's writing, you just ask them to write something, or you just dictate something, and you ask them to write. Then we have to find quite number of spelling mistakes or like grammar mistakes and all. Or once if you ask him to read any paragraph or any written document or material, then he has to give or like he has to read the particular word with a wrong pronunciation. So the correct spelling, correct grammar, and correct pronunciation should be required always. And it is always required for writing part. So come back to the topic improving one's writing. Writing skills are an important part of communication. Good writing skills allow you to communicate your message with clarity, and it is also an important one. I mean, whether it is reached to the audience without any doubt or obstacle or not, because it is better communication while comparing face to face or telephone conversations. You might be called upon to write a report or a plan or strategy at work, write a grant application or press release within volunteering role. Of course, a well-written curriculum vitae or resume with no spelling or grammatical mistakes is essential if you want a new job. It is being considered an eminent skill, and we see more and more examples for poor writing skills, both in the print and on the verb. So, poor writing skills create poor writing impressions, and many readers will have an immediate negative reaction if they spot any spelling or grammatical mistakes. So, one can improve writing through practice and practice only. And we go with another slide, I mean the second slide of our of our topic. Make a good first impression. You can able to see make a good first impression. So the first impression should be always like a best impression. The author or writer who has to impress the reader by his own writings, and the same has to be considered as one of the best piece of his works. The good feeling should be what we can say, the good feeling should be climbed through his writing, which imbibes the title like uh, like the best work or the masterpiece or master work. So writing skill is a powerful and a fundamental skill which enhances one's ideas or thoughts in a dignified way. So, while attempting to write anything, admire the reader and make a good first impression. The next, we move with another slide, that is spelling, grammar, punctuation. As I told you that we should not commit any spelling, grammar, like punctuation mistakes while writing anything under any circumstances. So, correct grammar, punctuation, and spelling are keys in written communication. The reader will form an opinion of you based on the both the content and the presentation. At the same time, if they find any errors are likely to lead them to form a negative impression. So don't forget, it is very important one. And moreover, we have to scrutinize these mistakes if you feel any mistakes like spelling, grammar, and punctuation. So all written communication should therefore be read before sending to print or clicking the sending button in the case of like emails, anything. So do not assume that spelling and grammar checkers will identify all mistakes, obviously, as many incorrect words can indeed be spelled correctly. So, for example, there is used instead of there. Principle is used, instead of principle. So, the entire words may be missing. So, take care about your spelling, grammar, and punctuation content. Even if you know spelling and grammar rules, you should still double check your work, or even better have it proofread by somebody else. Better we go with, the proofread always. Then our brains work faster than our fingers can type, and accidental typographical errors, typos inevitably creep in. So don't forget, we just take care about our spelling, grammar, and punctuation marks whenever we are going to write something under any circumstances. So you just keep it on your mindset. The next our slide is how to improve your writing skills. So here there are two strategies. One is read it aloud. The second one is improve your audience. So the good news is that writing is a skill which can be learned like any others. One trick for checking and improving your work is to read it loud. Reading text forces you to slow down, and you may pick up problems with the flow that your eye would otherwise skip over. And and I think what is called as well as grammar, spelling, punctuation. It is important to remember your audience, because the second point I'm saying, important to remember your audience. Always write with your audience in mind, and it can also help to hear in mind, and the medium in which you plan to publish. So once if you want to improve your writing skills, we must keep these two strategies in our mindset before starting any writing process. So don't forget, it is very important. And the next one is writing under specific circumstances. So what are the circumstances? Here I just listed out something. Writing at home, writing in the workplace. Third one is writing job application. The last one is writing for study. So there are many times in your life when you will be asked to write something very specific. Whether this is to take notes of a conversation, or write the minutes of a formal meeting, or prepare a report. All these types of writing require specific skills and usually a particular style, in which the first one is writing at home. Many people would say that the art of letter writing is dying out. However, there are still many times when you need to part pen to paper. So writing at home, which is always one of the finest writing under some specific circumstances. Then another one is, I mean, the second circumstances, writing in the workplace. Writing is a good skill, there is no doubt, which will get you a long way in the workplace. Partly because it is fairly rare in many places. One skill that many people lack, especially in management and other professional environments, is the best ability to write in plain English. That is, avoiding unnecessary jargon, industry specific buzzwords and glitches, and keeping sentences short and concise. So, the third one is writing job application. At one time or another, most of us need to write a job application. Nowadays, job application usually require a cover letter. Require a curriculum vitae or resume together with a strong covering letter. Then the last point of the slide, writing for study. Writing at home, writing in the workplace, writing job application. Then the last one is writing for study. Here, apart from a workplace, you are mostly writing in a course of study, whether at college or university. For example, need to write essays, a report, or research proposal. These pieces of work are often very long and need careful structuring and writing. So the next slide, helpful tips. Here I'd like to give you some tips for improving one's writing. There are plenty of tips which I have given. We have to see one by one. The first tip is, make sure you are clear on the concepts you are writing about. So Albert Einstein said, if you cannot explain it to a 6-year-old, you do not understand it yourself. You do not understand it yourself. Before you start writing, take a moment to mentally explain the concept to the 6-year-old when lives inside your head. If your writing goal is to achieve a specific result, ask yourself what that result should be. So don't forget, make sure you are clear on the concept before going to write anything. Then the second one is, if the message is complex, outline it. Of course, it does not take much thought organizing to compose the average text message. But if you are writing something more complex with multiple angles, questions, requests, get all that stuff shorted before you sit down to write. Making an outline or even just some quick notes about the topics you want to cover for answering and clarifying the same later. So don't forget, the second point is also explaining the same. It's a second tip to improve the writing process, the writing skill. Then the next one is anticipate your reader's question. Put yourself in your reader's shoes. Do they have enough context to understand what you have written for them. If not, fill in the blanks, but should be considered in the positive mode. So anticipate your readers' questions. I mean, you are in the position, or it's a mandatory process to fulfill their, or to answer, to give the answer for their questions through your writing. The next one is, do not over explain everything. I mean, don't over explain everything. So if you have taken the time to organize your thoughts in advance, you should be able to keep things simple. The ideas are to give readers for understanding that you are communicating without over exaggerating the details. So explain whatever it may be in a short, clear, and meaningful way. Then the last point is, go easy on the prepositional phrases. So prepositional phrases are making easy to understand, but the concept does require some explanation. So get smart about prepositions, and then try to simplify them whenever it makes sense. Then next we move with, I mean, the continuation of the tips. And next, the first point in the slide, eliminate the filler words and phrases. Some words show up in our writing all the time, and yet do not contribute much of anything. Although these filler words and phrases sometimes add color or even meaning. So, eliminate the filler words and phrases for showing the better contribution. Then the second point is, don't pad weak words with adverbs. Adverbs most often ends in ly. Modify verbs and sometimes adjectives. Once in a while, it's okay. But when you find yourself using them all the time, you are probably making weak word choices. Better take care while choosing word for your writing. Then the next point is, stick with simple words. Best way to market your thoughts through choosing simple words only. There are three types of words. One is words we know, second one is words we should know, and the third one is words nobody know. So forget the third type and travel with the first and second type along with, and it is mainly used for highlighting your work in an extraordinary way. So the stick with the simple words is very very important for improving one's writing. Then the next point is, use contractions. So English speakers are using contractions. For example, your, I'm, we are, etc. But it is being applicable only for informal way of writing, whereas these are strictly avoided. I mean, it should be avoided in the formal writing. So better you take care about it. Then next one is, try transcribing yourself. Record yourself talking, and you can learn a lot about conversational writing by using this. So try transcribing a conversation you have recorded. Transcribe a couple of minutes of the conversation word for word. The next point is, keep your sentences simple. So literary grades are which I mean yes, grades can write a long complex sentences. Well, for starters, you are probably not trying to write like Shakespeare or Tolstoy. Prefer short, less complicated sentences for making good impression. So better use, I mean, simple sentences for your writing. The next point is, read it aloud. I mean, read it loud. Speaking of flow, reading and writing aloud can help you determine whether it flows smoothly or not. If it sounds choppy or clipped, add a few, longer sentences to break up that steady, monotonous beat. Then the next point is, infuse your personality into your writing. So letting your personality shine through is the best way to develop a writing style. In all but the most formal or professional writing settings, be yourself or when you write. So these are all the wonderful tips for improving one's writing. The next is practice makes perfect. Obviously, there is no doubt practice makes perfect. The ultimate way to make your writing better is to learn what weakens it in the first place, and then set your mind to fixing the glitches. The best way is only practice yourself, practice for structuring, practice for writing. So these are the smart way to improve one's writing. So we come. I think we are in the last segment of our video lecture. We have come across so many information, and I think these informations are valuable one, or I think it is playing a vital role for the betterment of one's. Improving their writing. So thank you very much.